Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video. And in this video we're going to be rescaping something that I just escaped maybe a few months ago. Let me just show you. Alright, can you guess what it is? Yes, we're going to be scaping. We are going to be scaping the assorted biscuits once again. So, if you didn't watch the previous video where I basically abandoned my tanks and let them just get into a whole mess, if you don't know, I actually have 3 tanks. I have the main tank right here. Look at its condition right there. Right? So we have this one, right? Okay, guppies are still alive, and then we have this white thing on the glass, so you see the amount of water that is like missing. And then we have this one, the biscuit container that I escaped, and as you can see, there's a whole chunk of water missing. And in here we have baby fries, right? And then if we go to the and then here we have the pond, right? And the pond, to show you its condition, I'm just gonna show you the filter. You see that? That's nasty. Then you won't understand why we're rescaping this. But to be honest, this is actually kind of due for a rescape. I just want this thing to be I want it to be beautiful, and I want it to be as green can possibly get. And honestly, we all know escaping a small tank, escaping a small tank or escaping a biscuit container is really kind of tricky. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be getting some help from an app or a website you guys probably know if you're interested, to get some ideas, just flowing around and see what we can get. But before we actually get started on this, there is something else I want to show you. So after doing maintenance on my tanks, cleaning them and getting them in tip-top shape, we're gonna start off with the main tank. So I'm gonna show you the main tank first. There we go. There you go, looking beautiful, looking spiffy, right? Let's look at it. Okay, you see that? That is what we call doing your daily maintenance. And there's another thing that I found. If you want to make your daily maintenance quite easy or simple, put a plastic on top, right? But that's not the reason why I actually put the plastic on top. So the reason why I actually put the plastic on top of my tank was because I want to breed these little guys right there. The snails is what I'm talking about. The snails is exactly what I'm talking about. I want to breed these guys. I love snails. Snails make tanks look freaking amazing, and to be honest, I don't care how many I breed. I don't care if I get so many. I'm gonna breed a lot of the Ramsey snails or the red snails. I don't know what they're called. I think they're Ramsey snails. And I want a lot of apple snails as well, but I hear they're quite tricky and they're really quite tricky to breed. So that's why I put the plastic on top, but I'm gonna change it because it got messed up and all that. And I'm gonna cover up this hole again, because apparently they love humidified areas, and they get out of the tank and then they lay their eggs and all that. So I also have to reduce the water level as well. I think just somewhere there. Nah, I don't know. I don't want to reduce my water level. If they're gonna lay eggs, they can lay eggs. The amount of space is just adequate. I'm not sure what you guys think. Let me know. So this is where the water level is. Do you think there's enough space? This is enough space for them to actually lay the eggs or not? If you don't think it is, then I think we'll have to reduce. So just let me know. You guys actually commenting and sharing your thoughts on this whole thing as well would actually help me out with the whole process and just make it easy for me to handle. So I really want your opinion on that as well. So now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nami Aquatic Scapes, which is the real purpose of this entire channel: scaping tanks and getting to make the hobby something fun, something enjoyable, and sharing it with the entire world so people can be filled with so much passion that we hobbyists, I'm talking about this specific hobby, enjoy. We enjoy cleaning the tank, doing water changes, we enjoy scraping our tank, we enjoy doing buying fish, buying the medicine, worrying about what do I need to do, my fish, oh my fish, right? So what we're gonna do now, but before that, I said I was gonna show you something else. The other thing is, I said I was gonna get a nice beautiful spot for the pond and the spot that I showed you last time. If you just check this clip out, right, this is the spot that we put the tank, right? But I wasn't really feeling the entire scenery, and because I'm a content creator, I need a nice backdrop for my videos. So this is what we did. Do you see that? Right? There we go. This is beautiful. So these things are the things that we're going to be using today. So if you remove all that, you don't mind that, and just focus at how beautiful it's going to look. So the new tank, the biscuit container, is going to be there now. So you have that, and then you have this, and then you have that, and you have this, this. And then the other thing that I'm planning on is, this is an art piece my mom made. I'm thinking of displaying it somewhere here, just hanging it like this, hanging it like that from there, and then it's gonna be beautiful. All right, so I think it looks nice that when we're not recording, people will be like, wow, your house looks so beautiful, right? And then same time when I'm like recording and all that, I have a nice background. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video. Nice background, right? You see? Beautiful. All right. So now that we have seen, okay, I also didn't update you on, I didn't show you how the fish look, the pond looks like after recording the last video. This is basically it. I mean, the fish, we have 74 guppies in here. Like, the number has just increased dramatically. Like, we are breeding, we're gonna get to 1,000 guppies very soon. I think we're gonna get to 1,000 guppies faster than 1,000 mollies. And also another thing, I think 2 days ago, I noticed one of my mollies was actually like, you know, like, how do you say it? Looked like it was about to pop, right? And then I just took my time. Oh yeah, I still have to record this video to make a nice home for the pregnant guppies and mollies to give birth in. And you know what happened? It gave birth and all the babies got eaten. I think one thing that I've also noticed is the babies of the mollies are actually way smaller than that of the guppies. For some reason, for some weird reason. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you agree with me, please like this video. Like this video. But the mollies are bigger, but the fries are just so small, like really small. And I feel that's why it's so easy for them to like eat their babies and stuff. But anyways, let's get to scaping this. Don't worry, when this thing is filled with water, it's not gonna be easy to just carry like with one hand and like do all these things. It's completely empty. But yeah, so the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to clean this up and probably scratch it. But we're gonna clean this, and then we're gonna scape this thing from scratch, and you guys are gonna get to see the whole entire process. So I'm gonna go show you a small montage of me cleaning this, and then we get to it. So yeah. Alright, so the tank, biscuit container, whatever it is you want to call it, has been cleaned. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the sand out. We're going to rescape this thing from scratch. And what I love about this sand is it's very nutritional. It's full of nutrients. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our setup right here. We're going to let me just show you what I'm planning on doing.
Buddy, what about you, bro?
yeah. You can continue watching, but at least the talking voices are the ones. I think no, it's fine. It's fine. Check. Oh, you're not, don't have it on. Without buying anything too fancy, using your own resources. Alright, then we go on. It's gonna be rough. If you don't want to win this, trying to get moved to the other server. The other server. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video. I know it's on this game. So this is the setup. This is where we're gonna be scaping the assorted biscuit container. This will be the viewing point, but mostly from the top because yeah, I used the scrub bud, so cleaning the edges kind of got like scratched. So the viewing point is mostly gonna be from the top, and as well as putting it here, it's kind of low, so mostly we're gonna be scaping it for the purpose of just looking at it from the top. So basically it's what I mean, right? That's what we're gonna be, that's what the viewing point is gonna be. It's not gonna be from the side because we also don't have a strong light, and because the place where it's gonna be put right there is also very low, and nobody wants to be like, oh wow, what a beautiful thing. That's too much squatting, right? So it's gonna be there. This light is not that bright for this one, but hopefully the natural light coming in will get the plants growing, looking all green, looking all vibrant, looking beautiful. And when you're looking at it from the top, it's gonna be mwah, and the mother guppies and mother mollies are all going to be like, oh yeah, this is a nice place for me to give birth to my babies, and then they just let them all out. So now let's get started with scaping. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the sand out from in here, and we're gonna place it in. No, this container is leaking, so not that one. Into this one, this right here. I think this is the perfect one for just keeping the sand. And then yeah, what we have in here are some rocks, shells, scatter gravel, and a wood piece. This is wood, like this is wood, right? So we're gonna take all this out and we're gonna put them into this one that I first showed you. Get all this out, get all that out, and yeah, so let's get to work. So now we have an empty bowl right there that we can take advantage of and completely use for keeping this. Look at that, look at that. Are you seeing that? The sand is like, all right, the sand is like, look at all that poop and like nutrients. Look at the nutrients, look at that. Look at the nutrients down there, huh? Look at that. Oh, we also have a stone in there. Get that out. And then it smells bad. It really does smell bad because that is nutrient, right? So this, just mix that up, mix that up. Mix it all up, mix it all up, mix it all up. All right, you see that? And we don't have to throw that away. We can still use this sand, not wasting, but pouring it into the fish bowl. All right, pour that into the fish bowl. Internet is terrible. Now I'm going to quickly go and give this a quick rinse and I'll be right back. Alright, so it's all clean and ready to use, but it still has some black spots. But it doesn't matter because all that is going to be completely at the bottom. So now we're gonna get started on, we're gonna use this as the how do I say this? Substrate as the nutrient-based substrate. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think that's the right word. But on top of that, I think I'm just gonna get some more compost from the garden and put in, but just a little because I think this is a lot. This is a lot. So let's do that. Alright, so there is the sand, compost, topsoil, whatever. It's just nutritional soil. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to put, okay, before I do that, let's just start with that, yeah? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put this in, put that in, and then bam, we're also gonna put this just to keep all the sand off and have a substrate a nutrient-based substrate for our tank. So let's begin that whole process. Alright, so before I continue, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go onto Pinterest, and then we're gonna look for some ideas, of how to make this biscuit container into something that's beautiful, something that's amazing to look at, and the female guppies and mollies can actually give birth into that and feel safe as well. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so we got some ideas. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start scaping this thing and cue the montage because I'm with the family and we're watching something. So after this, it's just basically gonna be a voiceover of everything that I'm gonna be doing. Alright, so what I have right there is a bit of compost which is under, and that sand that is on top is the sand that was in the biscuit container before. So the reason why it's black like that is because there was a huge amount of compost or nutrient based substrate that I had put in, and a little amount of sand just to keep it off, which was a big mistake. So right here, what I'm gonna be planning on doing, or what I'm doing right now, is I'm adding a lot of sand just to keep it off, so that I have a huge amount of sand, so that I can place my plants into the sand without directly placing it into the compost or the nutrients that are below it. The roots basically just find their way to the nutrients, which are dense and amazing. So as you see, I'm gonna add a bit more because it's not enough. Add a bit more now. Yes, so now we're basically now just leveling it so that we can prepare to start scaping this beauty. Alright, so now I'm basically taking stones out of the white container, like the big snail, like shell, big shells, rocks, wood, taking them out, because under it is just basically scattered gravel. So what I plan on doing is just adding scattered gravel into the scape, just to kind of give it like a nice authentic look to it. So that's basically what's in my head right now, like trying to give it that nice authentic look. And as you do these things, sometimes when you take a step back, you realize, you know what, I'm not actually really feeling this, so let me try something else, or let me add a bit more and see. So you just basically, as you're scaping it, you're just looking, and you're also judging this with like your heart. You want to be completely satisfied with how this thing looks. You want to be proud of how it's going to come out at the end of it all. So right now I put a bit of scattered gravel at the bottom, and I'm adding a piece of wood in it because I feel like, you know, scattered gravel actually kind of looks good. So let me add a wood piece to it, the same wood piece that was in before. We're going to be using it again because we don't really have a lot of wood pieces for this small tank. But come on guys, you have to admit, scaping a small biscuit container or a small tank is like the hardest thing to do, but when you do it right, the thing is absolutely amazing, and you just feel proud of the work that you do. Like nano tanks are absolutely amazing to scape if you get it right. You get the plants right, you get the wood right, you get the rocks right, and you get the scattered gravel right. As you can see here, I'm not proud of the work, so I'm actually taking things out. Like I said, sometimes you don't actually like the design that you have executed, so you try and do something else. So I'm taking out all the small scattered gravel that I actually put in before, just taking it all out so that I can rescape this into something that I would be completely and utterly proud of. Like I said at the beginning, we want this to look good from a bird's eye view. So basically looking at it from the top and not from the side, because the side of it you don't really get a nice clear view like when you have a glass bowl or a glass tank. So taking everything out, not proud of our work. We're gonna rethink our strategy. So now I'm putting in pebbles. That's what I'm doing now. So putting in pebbles, seeing how it's gonna look, trying to find nice places of putting them in, seeing what I can work with. Basically skating, I'm enjoying myself. Like this is why like I love the fish keeping hobby. Like creating something that you can have your fish live in, and they can swim around and be happy, and they can, you know, spawn, they can breed, and be completely proud of what, you know, what they're, and you can be completely proud of yourself basically. Yeah, I'm repositioning the camera right now so I can give you guys a nice view. boom. Okay, nice view. So that's basically what I have right there. Pebbles with the wood piece. I mean, it actually does look kind of great. It looks nice. Looks spiffy. It looks great. Definitely interesting. Alright, as you can see there, it looks interesting, it looks great, but right now I'm thinking like, nah, this is not what I want to go for. I want more. I want something better. It can actually be better. Sometimes you just have to ask yourself, can this thing actually be better than what it is right now? And sometimes you realize that yes, it actually can be better. So I'm like thinking, what should I do? Should I add more pebbles? Should I add smaller pebbles? What should I do to make this thing look great, look better than what it is right now? That's what's going on in my mind right now. So I'm adding scatter gravel, but these are like darker and a bit bigger than the ones that I put in at first. I'm just trying to see how it will look as well. The thing is, when you're adding scatter gravel, you don't want to do it the way I'm doing it right now. You just basically want to throw it in and just let the scatter gravel go where it wants to go. And that's how you actually get to have a scape which is absolutely beautiful and natural. You just want to let it go with the flow when you're putting in scatter gravel, not just place it. You know, then you can remove the chunks that you don't want. Where, like, if they fall in a place where you don't want them to be, then you can remove them. So I'm like, now you see I added like smaller scatter gravel as well, and I'm like looking at this thing. I'm like, okay, what should we do next? What should we do next? Is this okay? Am I satisfied? Alright, let's add more. Let's see how it's gonna look.
Mirror.
Alright, I mean, that's fascinating. It's interesting. So you want to put the scatter gravels into the tank like Salt Bay, the guy right here that you can see on the screen. He sprinkles the salt and the salt goes all over naturally to all places, and you know, do the same thing when you're doing scatter gravel as well. So like now in my mind I'm like thinking, should I completely redo this thing? What's going on? I'm not feeling it. I start taking out the pebbles, start taking out the scatter gravel because I'm just not feeling this entire scape. It's not looking great. I'm not feeling it. I'm not proud of it. I want it to be better. You want to be satisfied with your work at the end of the day, because that's what you're gonna be looking at for months, for weeks, for days, and you just want to have something that's really amazing. I'm looking at the main tank right now and I'm proud of it. I'm just looking, it's green. It has woodwork it has a wood piece that is beautiful. It has rock placement that is just fantastic. You know, it's just amazing. I'm proud of the main tank and I want to be proud of this one as well. Another thing, when I was scaping the pond, I didn't really think that it was just basically everything was gonna basically just fall apart and just be completely ruined, because the wood is still floating till today. It really is still floating, which is basically off, because I didn't really expect it to take this long to completely sink. But the thing is, I think this wood is the one, when you're scaping it, you need to have glue, because some wood you definitely need to stick it to you need to stick it onto rock, or put rock on top of it, or just something. So now I'm trying something else, seeing if it will work or if I would like it. Remember, we want this to look as beautiful and as great as possible from the top of the tank. So now I'm just leveling it, trying to cover up some of that small little scatter gravel that's left, get it into. Okay, so that's what it looks like now. Alright, now I'm putting a different shade of pebbles, like brownish pebbles, seeing how it's gonna go. And to be honest, this is actually It's fascinating when it's like trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And I wanted to get this scape completely done in one video so that I could actually put the guppies in it. And right now, as I'm recording this, it's been a couple of days. Like right now, I'm doing the voiceover. It's been a couple of days, and scape is amazing. I haven't found any guppies or mollies to actually put in yet. So the tank is basically also just building bacteria and all that, and it really looks great now. So you get to see what I'm actually talking about. So that's what I'm seeing right now, and it does look great. Don't get me wrong, it does look great, but I want more. I want it to be the best. I want the freaking best. It's gotta be the freaking best. We're gonna accept nothing else but the freaking best. You get what I'm saying? It's got to be the best. Alright? So we have another angle as well. We got another angle for you guys to look at, give you another bird's eye view. To be honest, I probably should have left it the same way it was before, because that view was very definitely perfect. It was better than this one. You could actually see the tank perfectly. So that was a mistake on my side. Right. So now I am taking the pebbles out again because I'm not feeling it, guys. This is gonna be like trial and error, and sometimes when you're working on a big tank, you are in no rush. I would really recommend you just basically take your time with it. Look at it like scape, do the hardscape, like the rock placement, the wood placement. Look at it, see if you're satisfied with how it looks. If you're not satisfied, then you redo it, and then you leave it for maybe like a couple of days or a couple of hours. You're really in a rush, maybe a couple of hours or so. You get to see things from like a different angle, a different perspective, because when you're in that zone, sometimes things tend to get fuzzy and so now we're gonna redo it as well, picking up more scattered gravel, taking it out. So let's see what we're gonna do now. Right now I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want this wood piece to be. Alright, trying different angles, seeing that okay, let's put a pebble and then place it. Alright, it stands. But the thing is, it doesn't really look that nice from the top. So it doesn't really look nice from the top. I tried to look at it from the side. Yeah, it does kind of gave like a shade for the fish as well. But like I said, I want this to look amazing from the top, because the place of where we're gonna be putting this biscuit container, which is also a tank as well, is gonna be very low, and I want a bird's eye view, and I want this thing to look as amazing as possible. So I put the same rock that was in this previous scape. I just put it under as well. Alright, put it under. Alright, let's see. I'm basically just trying different things to see what works and what doesn't. I'm like trying to see, okay, there are shallow holes under the wood, so okay, I'll try and leverage those. And again, I don't have glue. It would have been amazing if I had glue just to stick that wood piece to that bottom rock, just to make it nice and firm. And now I'm trying to see, okay, if I have pregnant guppies, or like if I have baby fries in there, will I be able to catch them? Alright, so putting it at the center, nice idea, perfect, I love that. Right, so what are we gonna do next? I'm curious to find out. So alright, so now we're putting pebbles to see what works, what doesn't. Alright, let's see. Okay, that's fascinating. That's an interesting piece. I love the color as well. This nice light gray. Let's see. What I'm holding right now is a piece of wood, and I'm trying to break it to see if I can use it. It didn't work. So now, let's see. What are we gonna do? Alright, more pebbles. We got more pebbles. Let's see where we're gonna place them. And again, this container is like small, so I love this. One thing I love about the bird's view that you guys are getting right now is it's showing you the honest truth of how small this container is. Like the space is it's not that much. It's like really not that much. and I think it's about 5 to 10 liters of water. So there we go.
Mirror.
Putting more pebbles in it. Right? I didn't like that. Okay, I placed it. Okay, I think I just left it the way it was. Right? Putting another one. Putting another white pebble there. Trying to decide where should I put this one. Like, okay, where should I put it? Where should I put it? I don't know. Should I put it in? Should I not put it in? Should I put it in? Should I not put it in? My mind is like going crazy trying to figure out where I should put this freaking pebble. So yeah, it's fascinating. I'm enjoying myself. Like watching me scape this thing is also interesting. Like I said, it's been a couple of days now since I scaped this on Sunday and today's Wednesday. So like watching myself scape this is also interesting. So I'm kind of also like reacting. Like it's also like a reaction video of me scaping this thing. Now we're adding like scatter gravel. Alright, look at that dark scatter gravel, grayish, thick. So now I'm just throwing in like the way you should. You shouldn't like try and place them perfectly. You just let them go where they should fall. And I'm placing like smaller ones with different colors, light brown, dark brown, white, gray. Like I'm just throwing them in, and like yeah, it's looking spiffy. All right, let's add more. Put them in. Put that salt in to make this, to make it delicious, to make it look spectacular. We're adding more. We're just adding more. We're just going crazy now. Like we're just going crazy, right? We're just going crazy right now with this thing, right? So what am I gonna do next? I'm also curious to see, because when I was scaling this thing, I was completely in the zone. Like I was zoned out. I was focusing on this thing. I wasn't talking. Like I really wasn't talking when I was recording. Like when I was scaping this thing, it was just me and the scape, trying to figure out how to make this thing look good from the top, from the bird's eye view, you know. Just now spicing it up, adding more scattered gravel. There we go. So that's what it's looking. It kind of looks like it's clustered. I'm not gonna lie, kind of looks clustered. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna start over, or am I gonna continue and just leave it to be? Let's see. I love the way it fell down in the place it went. Hope I didn't move it. It looks like I moved it. Oh, I did move it. But let's see. Yeah, it actually looks great. Like it really does. So I think that's enough pebbles. As you can see, I put back the other pebbles already in my hand. I'm adding more scattered gravel, letting them fall, small bits of rocks, you know, letting them fall in. Adding more scattered gravel. Oh my god, like I'm adding like a lot of scattered gravel into this. It's crazy. Right. So now we have 10 liters of water there that I'm going to be using. Alright, so I grab a sponge, put it in my filling container. This container is what I use to fill water in my tanks. I put a rock for just extra weight so that I can place it in there and it won't float. That's exactly what I'm doing right there. So alright, place it in.
Mirror.
Time to fill her up. I mean, that's what she said. So we're filling it up. All right, filling it up. Alright, so here I filled it up about like 60% of the tank's capacity. So 60%. So what I'm gonna do now, alright, I feel like I'm adding more. I'm adding a bit more. Alright, at this point it looks like the wood is actually floating, but it actually isn't. It's just it fell down when I moved the back the tank from the table to where the main tank is. Alright, so now what I'm doing right now is I'm adding water from the main tank into the biscuit container, aka bowl or tank, and trying to get water with these guppies just swarming me. It's just like crazy because I don't want to put them into the biscuit container. Alright, so yes, we are successful. We didn't get any guppies in, so we're filling it up. So we're gonna fill it up to the top, so that'll be like 30% of the water from the main tank. So why I'm doing that is, if I have any, in case I have any pregnant guppies, then I'll put them straight away into the biscuit container. But otherwise, you know, you just want it to be, you want them to be safe. You know, basically you don't want to put them into like brand new water. For some reason, apparently fish don't do too well in like brand new water. So like when you scape your tanks, you have to leave the tank over. You have to leave the tank for like a few weeks or a few months. Some people do even a few months, you know, so that bacteria buildup is there. Get to have the plants grow and like all these things.
Mirror.
So it's an interesting hobby. It really is interesting. And right there is, I caught two fry, like guppy fry. I caught two of them in there, and also like, what was that? I don't. Oh, that was a fly. I know. I don't know. I have plastic wrap over my tank. I don't know how it got in. That was weird. So there you have. You see, I've like, yes, I did get another guppy from the tank, but I did get two fries in there. So 74 plus 2, that's 76 guppies now in total, in counting. So we're gonna go to the pond and pour those in. Continue when I'm done with that. Alright, so I put back the other guppy that I had caught, and now time to continue filling this up. But before I continue, I'm just checking if I have any other fry that I haven't seen, so I can get them out of the way and continue with my filling. So just okay, yes, there we go. I have more fry. I'm trying to catch them with these things. Kind of, I end up catching like a whole lot of other necessary guppies. So I'm gonna get fish net.
Mirror.
Right. So we have the fish net. Time to get right. Let's see. I'm curious, how many am I gonna catch? Let's go. How many more baby guppies are we gonna add to the pond so we can get to 100 baby guppies, and then eventually get to 1,000 guppies, and then I'll make a full video on that, on explaining why I want 1,000 guppies and 1,000 mollies. And basically, if I can get more live bearers, that would be amazing. Then we can add them 1,000 of all of that. 1,000 platies, 1,000 swordtails. That would be awesome. Right? I'm basically hunting here. I guess you could call me a certified hunter. You know, hunting fry with all those plants, rocks, and like all that. You know. Let's go in for the catch. It would be nice if I was going in for the kill. Boom, go in for the kill. Let's go in for the kill. And then boom, we have captured. Ooh, okay, get a bit of water. Right, I'm getting a bit of water so that I can put the ones that I've caught into that container. So right now I want to see how many I have caught right here, because my memory is kind of fuzzy at the moment. So I'm trying to get an idea of how many I have caught at this moment. I kind of forgot like how many I caught this moment. Alright, let's see. It's probably 1 or 2. It would be amazing if it was 2. No, it's actually 1. Yes. There we go. Boom. Alright, going in for the hunt again, making sure that I don't have any other
any other on my net. Going in again, going in for the hunt. I want to say we're going in for the kill, because that sounds more manly. Boom, we have another one. Boom, hunt successful. Drop it in, drop it like it's high, drop it like it's high, drop it like it's high, drop it like it's high. Alright, so do we have any other? Making sure you gotta confirm before you continue with the work, because you take the babies to the pond, and then you come back again, you find that you have others as well. They might have gone into hiding, because the number of hornworts that are in there is ridiculous. It's a lot, but the tank looks amazing. These are my first plants, so I love them. We have Val, and then we have hornwort. Guys, please correct me if I'm wrong in this, the name of the plants. If you know them and if you can see them clearly, drop the names in the comments section. And also don't forget to give this video a like, and also subscribe. Join the Namib Aquatic Scape. Join us as we grow this hobby into something that is absolutely amazing, something that people can be a part of, be proud of, and just get to connect with nature in a way that's completely different. Because we here in Africa, here in Namibia, we have a wildlife reserve, we have beautiful nature, but people don't get to connect with this. In the coast, we do have saltwater aquarium that people can go to and look at the fish and like all that. But freshwater, there's also something special about freshwater plants, freshwater fish, freshwater rocks, I guess. Just having that is absolutely amazing, and like giving people the opportunity to connect with that is amazing. And you get to be part of nature by following Namib Aquatic Scapes, because we're going places, we're doing so much, and I'm really excited to grow this channel. And thank you so much, you guys, for just subscribing. We have like around 17 subscribers the last time I checked. So right here we have two babies. So 76 the last time we counted, 77, 78, boom, 78 guppies in the pond. So now we're left with, drum roll, we are left with about 28 to get to 100. That will be the first stepping stone. We get to 100, and then from 100 we get to 200. Then we keep on growing. I'm excited. Now let's finish up with this filling of the biscuit container and get to planting. Alright, so now we're done filling it up. Next, the exciting part, trimming the plants in the tank and then planting them. So now filling water in a separate container so that we can go get plants in the main tank. Right, there we go, doing plant collection. Now here, I'm replanting the ones that just got removed from the ground, just basically replanting them, putting them back into the substrate because we don't need them. Also, they just got, what's the word? English is interesting, but like some words, just think about them, it's like, oof. So yeah, that's what we're doing anyways. So yeah, that's the amount of plants we have that we're gonna be putting in. Like I said, we're gonna be putting in a lot of plants into this thing, right? So I brought light. It's getting a bit dark in the room so that you can see everything as clear as day with a nice bird's eye view. I'm yawning here, watching me scape this thing, and boom, Let there be light. Right? Time to plant. So what I'm gonna be doing here is I'm gonna split the long ones in half and then plant them in. We have a nice substrate, nutrient-based substrate. We're gonna have lighting on the tank. It's not gonna be the best lighting. It's not gonna be the most expensive lighting, but it's gonna be good enough to grow the plants and get oxygen or carbon. Is it carbon oxygen? Get air in the tank, and also just to act as a filtration as well for the fish poop. So it worked well with the other one because I wasn't seeing any fish poop like at the top. It was basically just getting sucked into the bottom of the sand. It was amazing. I'm scaping this. I'm thinking, where shall I place the other plants? Where should I place them? Because like we have a lot of scattered gravel and a lot of pebbles in it, so like thinking about where to put the plants is also something that's fascinating and interesting as well. So that's what we're doing right now. Now we're placing in the last bit. That actually took some time planting those, but for you guys it's gonna sit pretty quick. But honestly it wasn't. Now I'm just removing the debris, making sure this is as perfect can actually get. Right. So I am bringing some I'm gonna say Val. So I have Val with me right there. I have a big one and then I have a small one. So I'm gonna put the small one right there. It is. Alright, I'm gonna put it right there. To be honest, yeah, I'm gonna put it towards like the back. There we go. I would love to really see this one grow out and get to see the valve like creep around the biscuit container as it grows and as it ages, like fine wine or a steak that has been left to age. You know, just let it grow, let it age well, let it just be beautiful. I want to see the growth. So I put the big one like close to the front, and then I make the wood stand properly, and then we are done. I mean, look at that. It looks green, it looks beautiful, it looks like, yeah, this is actually a riverbed. Like usually when you're scaping, you want to get as close to a riverbed as you possibly can get, because I mean, just look at that, huh? Are you seeing that? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, it looks beautiful. It really does look beautiful, guys. I mean, seeing this thing in person is even more better than seeing it on the video. So right here, I'm basically preparing so I can take a nice thumbnail for the video, and the scape looks absolutely beautiful. Are you seeing that? It's green. Can't wait for growth. Can't wait to see babies swimming around this beautiful scape. It was an interesting day. I scaped this on a Sunday afternoon. It was peaceful, it was relaxing. I really quite enjoyed myself escaping this thing. So yeah, and just like that, video complete, guys. We are done scaping the assorted biscuit container. It was a blast. I couldn't be talking through the whole video because the family is busy watching a film, but you definitely got an overlay as you saw. So guys, that was fun to scape. I really love scaping. It's such a calming, exciting thing about the hobby. And yeah, you didn't get to see me put the fish, but you're definitely gonna get, if you stay till the end, you're definitely gonna see the pregnant guppy or molly swimming in that little assorted biscuit container that was scaped with a lot of fast growing plants.
And yeah, I apparently it's yeah. So I have Hornworts and Vallisneria or something like that. I think that's the name. I'm not sure. So those are the plants that I put inside the tank. If you know the names and I'm wrong, please definitely do leave a comment. But otherwise, guys, that's it from Nami Bakwari Scape, and I will see you in the next one.